From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the New England Patriots and the Cincinnati Bengals. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Come on, set.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Wilson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Swift going to try up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
On 3rd down, Wilson. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
Wilson, he's going to keep it. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Here's the sneak with Wilson. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Patriots get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
11.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. This is intercepted. Well, that's certainly not the start that they envisioned, Charles. You give up the long touchdown drive, and there, an interception on their first play from scrimmage.
Brandon, I wonder if the mindset was simply, well, that was a long touchdown drive. Their defense might be a little relaxed and feel like, hey, we're in good shape now having 7 in hand. Maybe they just thought, let's take the shot at them right now. Instead, it went against them.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. That catch, by the way, number 505 of his career, and that ties him with a couple of other tight ends for the past, Frank Wycheck and Dallas Clark.
And those guys are excellent players, but how about what we're seeing right now? 505 and rising. What a nice career he's put together.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Throwing is Wilson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
Let's see if they do that. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
No, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
On 2.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level. One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
11.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Here we go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Dot. 11, Thomas. Dot.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
11 MT. 11 MT. 11 MT. Take. 11 MT. Dot.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The Bengals at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
11 Thomas. They got to go,
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Bengals are back within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. On the return, Marcus Jones from the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. 6 yards left on second down. Now it's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a fourth down. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on fourth down. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals take over first and 10.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes? Yeah.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy, and the Pats are going to take possession of the football. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On second and inches, Wilson. And a throw right sideline is complete. And the Patriots are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
Here's Wilson. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Darren Waller, his 11th touchdown of the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by Foyesade Aluakin. And the Patriots are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. And that pick six, Charles, that moves it up now to a 3-touchdown advantage. A great individual defensive effort there to continue what has been a very lopsided first half.
And I better buckle in my seatbelt, right? Because you know, as a former DB, when I see a pick six, I'm up and jumping up and down watching it. Yeah, I'm supposed to be neutral, but those kind of plays, they excite me every time. They are in absolute control in this one. Nice play there.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
On one, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick six, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
This taken in at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Burrow now off the bootleg. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
On third down, Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go. 12.
They go play action with Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
11 mighty.
Burrow on third down. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
11.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Looking for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
11. 11 MT, Kate. 11.
Now it's Burrow. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
McPherson's kick is good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is Jake Bailey to send this one away.
It's taken to the 26. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
On 1, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
Now The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Gun.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Hey, we gotta go short.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He sets to fire deep. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Pats will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Ready.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. And the pass complete to Waller on the out route. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. From the gun, here's Swift. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. From the 44, Wilson flushed out right. This is caught. It's Boyd. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 54 yards away. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. And that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because
that's caught inside the 20.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, you know, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
And that's a rare break.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And McPherson on for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21.
after the touchdown. McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
Come on, set.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right, then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Wilson to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, he'll drop this one off to Swift. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Here's Swift. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Wilson on the keeper, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Zach Wilson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He's at the 40. The 20. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Bengals. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Here's a handoff to Swift. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Wilson. He's got Granson, his tight end. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Third and 2, now Wilson. Able to find Waller, that's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 12-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. Now Wilson on 1st down. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Darren Waller, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Patriots will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Here we go, here we go.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though. 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Here we go, here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Burrow will throw. He's got a man, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now Burrow on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Here we go.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
11.
To the air again, Burrow. And this is incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Burrow. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here we go.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
11.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
I'm fine, ready?
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And some space here.
And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. 90 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And he wisely will throw that one away.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
DeAndre Swift. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers.
He's got a man complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of...
Touchdown, Bengals! Jamar Chase, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Once again, it's Swift. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On second down, Swift. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. A handoff, Swift running to the left. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. To throw again on second down.
Burrow. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
On third down, Burrow. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
On 2. 11 MT. 11 MT.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. They had to go for it with such little time remaining.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Pats, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.